wants to be in this video. She's doing anything she can to be in this video. Anyways, Dawn the Self-Esteem Queen with Mama SEQ. And we have an Ask the SEQ that is going to be answered by both of us. Sorry that it's taken so long. To Miss Williams. So, the question is, I watched a lot of your videos on YouTube and I follow you on Twitter. I was wondering if you've done a video on how to meet people where they are while staying true to yourself. I'm trying really hard to do this with my mom, but as an only adult child, it's difficult to do so without being or feeling judgmental and or cheated out of the relationship I want to have with her. Basically, I would like a closer, more intimate relationship with my mom. Her unwillingness to see me as more than my sexuality prohibits us from being closer. I've tried everything from talk therapy together to asking her to have lunch with me at least once a month. We did both once 2 years ago. I'm not what she envisioned as a daughter, so she feels slighted. Accepting her point of view hurts sometimes, but I have to settle for a trivial relationship with mom or nothing at all, or do I? I know she's capable of captivating, healthy relationships. She's just not willing to make the effort for me. Yeah. Okay, so I wanted to bring Mama SEQ up into here so that she could give her opinion on this, and then I will give my opinion.
Hi, Miss Williams. You have to understand that everyone is not going to accept your lifestyle. They're not going to accept your sexuality, but it all depends on you. You have to be more comfortable with yourself. And if your mom doesn't want to be a part of that as far as a relationship, then you have to take what you actually can get and what you can accept. You can't change people, and especially grown people. You can't change them at all. So what you have to do basically is be comfortable with yourself. If you have any kind of dealings with your mom, the only thing you can do is be polite and accept what you have. Does not mean that you can love her from afar, but you don't have to beat yourself up about it.
Well, a couple of things caught me here, so allow me to speak. Yeah, my dog better not be going to get in mischief. Anyway. So the last sentence says, I know she's capable of captivating healthy relationships. She's not willing to make the effort for me. That says it all for me right there. Like, as an adult, you have your opinion and your lifestyle, and although people accept my lifestyle choices, there are some people in my family that we just do better not talking to each other. Like, I don't talk to anybody on my dad's side of the family except for a great aunt. I don't talk to anybody else, and my dad is deceased, so I really don't. I mean, if people make a decision not to deal with you and you make a decision not to deal with people, that's one thing. But if you're trying to be in a one-sided relationship with your mom and you're asking me, do you have to settle for a trivial relationship? No. Are you choosing to be in a trivial relationship with your mother? Because like Mama SEQ said, you can't change grown people. So this is how she is and this is who she is, right? I'm not trying to go to an atheist convention and stand outside with a bullhorn talking about Jesus Christ saves the earth. I'd rather talk to the people that God leads me to, right? And I feel like that's a better use of my time. If you've already tried the therapy, you've already tried the lunch, and she's disinterested, that's real fucking selfish, excuse my language. And it's very disrespectful. Like, I understand that, your sexuality may not be something that you can control, right? And who would want to spend their life battling their parent about a sexuality when it will just be easier to be straight. That being said, if your mother has an issue and she's old school as it relates to that, and that prohibits you guys from a relationship, guess what? She's done her job by bringing you here on the earth. And for that, you should be grateful. But spending time, man, my pimple just came out and said, "What's the deal? Look at it. It's big, y'all. Ooh, that light makes it. Ooh, ooh, oh Lord. Anyway, I just feel like I wouldn't want to be in a one-sided friendship relationship. I mean, I'm such a loner because I don't really want to have like needless banter conversations. I don't want to convince people of this or that. Like, I don't want to work when I'm just sitting talking to people. I don't want to give a whole big old timeline of my life. And I also don't want to convince people that I'm a great person to talk to. Like, if she's capable of having healthy relationships and she's choosing not to have a healthy relationship with you, you can thank God that she was created to bring you on the earth. You can, as Mama SEQ said, be polite when she calls, but just like my uncle that I just saw over the last holiday period, I happened to accidentally bump into him at my grandparents' house. He and his family, who haven't seen my kids since the day they were born. And at first I was just going to drive away. And then I said, well, my kids want to see my grandparents. And so I went in and, you know, I shot the small you-know-what for a minute. And
Deuces.
I was out. I was out. You know what I mean? Whatever they was good, I was out. When I came back in, they was posing for the customary picture, you know, with the grandparents in the front and the grandkids in the back. I see my grandparents all the time. I ain't got to do, you know, no shade.
But shade.
So, you know, you got to be able to sleep at night is what I'm trying to say. And if being around her or talking to her prohibits you from sleeping at night, you just gotta check up the deuces, you know, and you gotta compartmentalize your relationship with her as it relates to your bigger whole life, right? You have this bigger whole life, and you have all these little things that are compartmentalized that you think about. Some you think about more than others. Just think of like a pie chart, right? You know, you have some pie pieces that are bigger than other pie pieces, right? And so you have to compartmentalize the amount of energy that you even give this situation, right? Because she's your mom. So you can't just be like, I hate you so much right now. You can't do all that. But what you can do is you can love her from afar. I love a lot of people from afar. Immediate family members from afar. I'm all about self-preservation. And if the best way for me to preserve myself in order to help other people is to really like limit myself to only being around 5 people, right? And my twins and my mom take up 3, that means I only got 2 left. So I have to choose very wisely, right? So nobody else that's gonna, you know, cause me to, you know, be negative. They're not allowed in my space. And you shouldn't allow people in your space like that either, even if it's your mom. So pray for her. Love her for bringing you into the earth and raising you to be a great, successful human being. And, you know, don't let her negative energy rub off on your beautiful life.